Hello, I'm Peter Tinsley from Dorset Wildlife Trust. Dorset's well known for its rich natural heritage. And in recent years, we've seen the establishment of a number of marine protected areas off Dorset. This is in recognition of the national and international importance of the habitats and species found in our waters. Now, marine protected areas are still a fairly novel concept, and the habitats and features that they're designed to protect are largely unfamiliar. So last year, Dorset Wildlife Trust teamed up with Southern Inshore Fisheries and Conservation Authority to celebrate these marine protected areas. We have incredibly detailed seabed maps, and these show the location of all of the reefs and ledges and sandbanks. We have 250,000 records of habitats and species from surveys dating back over 100 years. And we have 25 years worth of records from an army of volunteer divers. And these are also bringing back incredible photographs and videos from their journeys underwater. And on top of that, we have the combined knowledge of generations of local fishermen and fishing families. So we put all that together, and it enabled us to do three things. Last year, we toured the coast. This enabled us to talk to members of the public about marine protected areas, about marine wildlife, and about fishing. We produced a pack of leaflets, one for each of the individual marine protected areas. And we published a website. This is at www.dorsetmpas.uk. Here you can find loads of information about each of the sites. They're full of fascinating facts and figures about the wildlife, about the landscapes, about the history, and also about fishing. So here you can find out about the sort of fishing happening in each of the sites, about what's being caught, but also about how fishing is being managed. And here I'll hand you over to Simon Pengelly from the Southern IFCA. Simon.
Thanks, Peter. The website's really good. I encourage everyone to give it a visit and check it out. We're really lucky to have such a fantastic coastline and rich marine environment right here on our doorstep in Dorset. The diversity of marine life is reflected in the number of protected sites we now have, designated to protect special species and habitats like pink sea fans, coastal lagoons, and seagrass beds. Unfortunately, what lies beneath the waves remains a mystery to many of us. The Dorset MPA project aimed to rectify this by connecting the people of Dorset and beyond with our special MPAs. We wanted not only to inspire a greater understanding of why the sites are designated, but also how they are used and managed to support not only a healthy marine environment, but sustainable fisheries. A host of people enjoy Dorset's MPAs for recreation, but the sites also support a number of livelihoods based on the fisheries that are found here. Fisheries such as crab and lobster potting, bass angling, or hand diving for scallops are all understood to have a relatively low impact on the marine environment when managed well. Communities are grown around these fisheries, and in many cases it is due to the care and protection afforded by these custodians that the habitats and species here thrive. When an activity could pose a risk to the MPA features, management is introduced to mitigate the impact. For example, Southern IFCA has recently closed large areas of bottom tow gear to protect Dorset MPAs. Through a series of community workshops in Lyme Regis, Weymouth and Swanage, this project captured not only the story of how communities have used these sites through time, but also how they feel they should be managed going forwards to preserve their special character and, of course, the wonderful marine life that call them home. The information gathered enabled Southern IFCA to develop a series of MPA fisheries management plans that describe the value of the MPAs and highlight how well managed fisheries can deliver conservation benefits to these sites. The management plans also provide a clear way forward for each of the MPAs and their fisheries, giving assurances to the community. Importantly, these sites are not just lines on maps, but have real and worthwhile management that is understood and supported by the community, highlighting how the people of Dorset value their incredible marine environment.